They do have time to get a deal done. The two sides have had conversations. A deal that the Giants pulled off the table right before they did Daniel Jones' deal is now back on the table.
As you know, this Saquon situation has been going on for a little while now. Saquon Barkley got franchise tagged by the New York Giants, seeking a contract extension, and they haven't been able to meet. And a lot of the talks have been that, oh, the running back market is down. As we all know, it's been down. Saquon talked to the media this past Sunday after his youth football event, and he went out and said, man, don't believe everything you see. You got to read between the lines, saying that there's been a lot of misinformation that's been put out. You know, now Ian Rappaport reported, this is all allegedly, I'm not going to say this is a for sure thing, but apparently the contract offer that the Giants gave before the season ended and retracted is back on the table. Now, this is huge for the New York Giants. This is huge for Saquon Barkley because this not only gives them a starting point to work off of, but this could potentially be a resolution. This offer is reportedly around up to $14 million, probably with incentives, but the base pay is probably, you know, guaranteed money, probably $12 million. That's what it was reported at the end of the bye week when they were trying to get that deal done. In my opinion, Saquon should take this right now, and the Giants shouldn't offer anything above this. This is huge for both sides because why? Why would the Giants take back the offer in the first place? Because they saw how the market handled out. They saw what ended up happening with around the league with Josh Jacobs and other running backs, Austin Eckler. You know, at the end of the day, they saw how the market went, and they decided, hey, this offer that we gave you was a really good deal, and you passed up on it because you were looking for $14 million, $15 million. So they decided to take it back, and it was off the table for a while. Now, apparently, trying to work things out, as we know that July 17th deadline is coming up, and it seems like the Giants put it back on the table for Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley and his team trying to get this contract done, they should look at this as, all right, let's not miss it twice. If this was put out there once already and they weren't able to strike the deal, they should look at this like, hey, we got something to work off of. You know, obviously maybe there's another higher number that he's seeking, but this whole thing that Saquon Barkley has been saying is that he's not looking to reset the market. If you're not looking to reset the market, this is the deal you should take then. Knowing that at one point in time, the Giants offered this contract, you denied it, and they took it off the table and it wasn't available anymore. So Saquon Barkley, knowing that he had one of the top years this past year, and knowing that at the end of the day, you know, the shelf life for running back is short, this $12 million deal that could work up to 14, 15 mil should be the deal that gets it done. I just dropped a video on this 2 days ago, and by the end of it, I felt like ultimately Saquon was going to play under the tag. I really didn't think that they would be able to work anything out, and obviously, you know, this is what negotiations is for. You know, they have more than 30 days, but this is just my thinking. The number that Saquon wants and the number that the Giants want, they're just not going to see eye to eye. That's how I thought of it in my opinion, but with the Giants throwing out this offer back on the table, it just shows that they're trying to get something done. They're willing to increase their number possibly and try to get that number done, even though they don't feel like they should pay a running back more than that. You know, everyone's going to look at it. Franchise tag a running back, pay him $10 million, call it a day, especially when you're Saquon Barkley. But at the end of the day, Saquon Barkley is a top 5 running back in this league. I don't care what anyone else says. You know, he played really well last season. Do I think Daniel Jones will take a hit if Saquon's not on the field? Yes, I definitely do. But I don't think it's going to be as drastic as everyone makes it seem, especially with the front office paying Daniel Jones all this money. You know, I think they're going to start to shift towards a high-flying offense versus handing the ball off 30 times, and we saw how that ended out last year. But ultimately, man, Saquon Barkley, he is a top 5 talent at the running back position, catching the ball, running the ball. And ultimately, man, it would be in their best interest to have him back on this team. Not even for this upcoming season, but for the seasons to come. At least continue to have him for his prime of his career, the next 3 to 4 years. Probably 3 years at most. He's been saying that he wants to be a Giant for life. And of course, he's going to say that, you know, because who wouldn't say that when they got drafted by this team and continue to play well for this team, even though the team's results hasn't been well. Ultimately, man, I just think that Saquon Barkley needs to look at this. Giants need to look at this and say, hey, this is the deal we put back on the table. Take it or leave it. I don't think the Giants should increase that number at all. At the end of the day, they took away the offer for a while, and they're putting it back on the table, and they're allowing Saquon Barkley, hey, you want the money, you wanted this deal back on the table, here it is. Let's make something work. So these next 30 days are going to be intriguing, man. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. I will be covering more of this content. Like the video. If you haven't seen my other ones, I got more to the left right here. Big things coming soon for the Juke family. I'm currently going through some little structural changes. That's why my camera views keep switching, but just be on the lookout for that, man. That's going to wrap it up for this one. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
What's going on, family? Back on here with the Juke, man.
I'm calling all the Daniel Jones haters. Pull up to this video. Watch this video real quick.
Make sure you subscribe to the Juke.